Welcome to Soccer GG with your host God's Grace, and today we're going to be doing pre-match analysis, and we're going to be doing pre-match analysis from Manchester United versus Arsenal, which is on Sunday, Chelsea versus Crystal Palace Saturday, and Liverpool versus AFC Bochum, which is, guess what, today. So let's dive in. Well, Manchester United FC, they've signed some players like Ryan Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha, and Benjamin Sesko. So I'm excited to see how those will play out because in this lineup, I don't think Sesko will be. I think Sesko might be in the starting lineup. He might not be in the starting lineup. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure players that will obviously be in the starting lineup is Bruno Fernandes, Dalot, Harry Maguire, Drogu, players like that, because those players are always starting for them, always starting for Manchester United. So it's obvious that they're going to be in the starting lineup. I'm excited to see how the new players will be, in how the newbies from each club is going to be playing for their club. Like for instance, Victor Gyökeres from Arsenal. This is gonna be his first EPL debut. This is gonna be his EPL debut. So I'm excited to see how he's gonna cope with the EPL. Same with Benjamin Sesko. It's gonna be his EPL debut. But there's some differences between Sesko and Gyökeres. Like for instance, Gyökeres has scored a lot of goals in Portugal with his club Sporting FC, but Benjamin Sesko has only scored 13 in the Bundesliga, and Manchester United need more. But for Arsenal, Gyökeres hasn't played in Gyökeres hasn't played in the Premier League, and a lot of people are saying right now is just because you played in Portugal and you scored so many goals doesn't mean that you're gonna still be scoring so many goals back in the Prem. You're not gonna be scoring because this is your first time. Premier League is very hard. It's a very hard league, and you're gonna have to put your everything into it to win it. You're gonna be working really hard. Like Mo Salah, he scored a lot of goals in the Premier League because he was working hard. So if you're a striker and you've scored a lot of goals in the previous leagues, you've been in like La Liga, Ligue 1, Bundesliga, leagues like that, you're gonna have to put twice as much as you did in all those other leagues into the Premier League to be the top. For Manchester United, I'm excited for the Manchester United side because they've been very aerial because they have a lot of top players that can defend corners like from teams like Arsenal because they are really good with corner kicks. So they got players like Lenny Euro and Benjamin Sesko who are tall and they can easily get that ball up high and header it away from the net. Because Arsenal, one of their threats is corners because they can kick corners and like for instance Gabriel Jesus can header it in and it's a goal easily. But for Manchester United, if they can stop those by having more aerial players than Arsenal have, they can header it away, so then Arsenal won't have that much of an advantage over corners. Even when Manchester United's attacking, when they're attacking, Manchester United can easily get the ball because their players are taller than Arsenal's, so they will easily be able to get that ball. And hopefully, like for instance, Benjamin Sesko could be able to get the ball and header it in first time. Another match that's going to be happening this weekend is Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, which is on Saturday that I mentioned earlier. Chelsea have a lot of new players like João Pedro, Liam Delap, William Stavio, and Jamie Gittins. Two of those four of their new players have already proven themselves in the Premier League, like João Pedro and Liam Delap. Even though he already played for Ipswich Town, he proved worthy of the Premier League and that he had potential. Even though his team got relegated, he still had potential. That's why Manchester United and Chelsea were chasing him down as soon as the Premier League ended, basically. João Pedro, for instance, he's been doing really good with Chelsea, and he's already proven himself in the in the Premier League when he played for Brighton. So that's another reason why Chelsea got him, because he's good and he's also showing some potential. But Jamie Gittins, and for players like Jamie Gittins and William Savio, they've never played in the Premier League, but they've already proven themselves in other leagues. Like Jamie Gittins, he's played in the Bundesliga and he's already proven himself. William Eustáquio has already proved himself, and not only in the Brazilian league, but he's also proven himself in the Club World Cup when he scored that stunner goal against Chelsea in the quarterfinals, I believe. Against in the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup. For Crystal Palace also have players like Jean-Philippe Mateta, who's been scoring a lot of goals for them. Jean-Philippe Mateta has been scoring a lot of goals for Crystal Palace in the preseason, and he's been scoring a lot of goals. He's been on that score sheet a lot, so I'm excited to see what he's gonna be doing to the Chelsea. What he's gonna be doing to the Chelsea side, how he's gonna be able to break through the defense with Eze, and how if he's gonna be able to score goals, if he's gonna be able to keep up his form from the preseason. Also, Crystal Palace starting goalkeeper is probably, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Henderson, because he's done a pretty good job. He's been doing an amazing job in the preseason. So if he's gonna be earning that place in the as goalkeeper for tomorrow's game, then he's basically earned this. Basically a reward for him, because he's been working really hard in the preseason with that penalty save against Liverpool. He's been working really hard. Another game, one final game that's going to be happening is today's game is on Friday, is Liverpool versus AFC Both-One, which is today at 3 p.m. Liverpool have signed they bought a lot of players and they used a lot of money. Like for instance, Florian Wirtz, I think that deal is 120 million euros to sign Florian Wirtz. So they've been signing a lot of players like Frimpong, Jeremy Frimpong, Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, players like that. Georgi Marmadashvili. Those players have been Milo Kirkes. Those players, those are the key players that Liverpool are going to be using, because last year they were able to win the Premier League. So now Liverpool are looking to continue where they stopped in when they won the Premier League back in 2020, back in last season. So right now, everybody is expecting Liverpool to score a lot of goals. Everybody's expecting them, because with the players they have, they should be scoring a lot of goals, Liverpool, and that they should be able to get past teams. They should be able to make a lot of opportunities with the players like Jeremy Frimpong playing on the flank, and they'll also be able to, because now they have players they're on the bench, but as soon as a player is injured or they're getting subbed off, they can easily step into the boots. Like for instance, Mo Salah, as the African Cup of Nations is coming up this December, if Mo Salah is going to the African Cup of Nations in Morocco, then Jeremy Frimpong or somebody else, they can easily step in Mo Salah's boots and play Mo Salah's role, because Jeremy Frimpong also plays on the right, just like Mo Salah, so he can easily step into Mo Salah's role. Another thing that I'm gonna be looking out for for today's game for AFC Both-One is Semenyo. I'm excited to see what Semenyo is going to be able to do against Liverpool, since he's a really fast player and he's a skilled player that's got potential. So I'm excited to see what he's going to be able to do for Crystal Palace during the game today. What he's going to be doing, is he going to be running up the sides? Is he going to be playing a number 9 for some reason? I'm excited to see what he's going to be doing to penetrate that Liverpool defense. I'm excited to see some of the games today. I think for the Liverpool game, I think it's going to be a 2-0 victory to Liverpool, because they have more attackers and they're expected to score more goals. But Both-One can slip away for 1-0 win, because Liverpool, they're still like managing that attack, and they got a lot of attacking players. So maybe if they don't have chemistry or something for Liverpool, then somehow they can penetrate that defense. Crystal Palace, and they'll be able to score at least one goal against Liverpool or something like that. For Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, if I didn't mention this earlier, I think Chelsea will be able to slip away with a 2-0 victory against Crystal Palace. And for Manchester United versus Arsenal, Arsenal will probably, I think they'll win 2-0 against Man United, since Arsenal are the clear favorites to win that game against Man United. Because, of course, they have Victor Gyökeres and all those other players. And Chelsea for their game, obvious favorites. Same with Liverpool. Those three are some of the favorites to win their games. But maybe somehow the teams that they're facing against, they'll be able to somehow be able to break into their defense and somehow score goals against them, and they'll be able to win. Well, thanks for watching Sports with GG, and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. And I hope I see you in the next video. Bye.